Yo, what it do, everybody, man? What's going on? Welcome, everybody, to the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Yes, man, back at it, man. On this Thursday, man, on this, real cool, smooth Thursday. Appreciate everyone definitely tuning in. That's about to tune in. We live here on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch, you guys, man. So if you're new to the show, and if you haven't done so already, man, before we get into the goodies, man, definitely hit the like button down below, you guys, man. Follow, share, hit the notification bell, man. Definitely hit the notification bell so you can be notified, and make sure you subscribe to the 11:30 podcast right here on YouTube. All right, now that's out the way, you guys, man. On this episode of Talk Pro Wrestling, man, we got Night of Champions coming up this coming Saturday, and of course, excuse me, WWE, man, made the drastic decision to go over to Saudi Arabia, with all the politics and everything, the war the war of that's going on, in the world, so-called war, whatever, like that. I'm not your big politics guy, but we're gonna be chatting about that, also all the latest that's going down in the world of pro wrestling, you guys, man. So if you're chiming in, man, definitely join the live chat, man, for real. Of course, you hear my little man in the background. He always disrespectful, for real, just straight up disrespectful. All right, you guys. Well, we gonna keep it rolling on. Like I said, join the live chat. We got Night of Champions. Actually, I'm right now watching the finals from last year's Night of Champions right now on WWE's YouTube channel. But like I said, man, we gonna get into everything. Chaos in Saudi Arabia, you guys, man. Yes, the decision the WWE went ahead and made, had the green light. Excuse me, to go head over to Saudi Arabia, man. Have all the crew over there, in the midst of everything that's going on in the world. Not only that, man, before the superstars left on Wednesday, you had the production crew, you had everybody over there setting up and everything, getting stranded and stuck at airports and everything. So, I mean, of course, a lot of people in the wrestling world, you give other content creators, man, giving their opinion and talking about, man, WWE should definitely back out of it, and in my opinion, man, of course, when I first heard about it, I'm like, they definitely should. I don't think is the risk is worth the reward. The depth that TKO may be in, or whatever the case may be. But of course, I'm like, nah, I don't think they should go over there. But obviously, over the last couple of years, since WWE been going over there, with everything that just been going on in the world in general, and people's personal opinions, hearing that the real reason that AJ Styles and Dirty Dominic Mysterio match is not taking place at a Night of Champions is because AJ Styles, refused to go over there and make that choice. It was, people in the past, maybe like John Cena, Daniel Bryan, I remember at, a couple of these crown jewel events in Saudi Arabia, at first they were, hesitant of going over there. And, yeah, man, I don't think they should. But also, if you guys remember, back in the days, man, post 9/11, and WWE came up with something, to celebrate and reward the troops that were over there, fighting the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. And the show was called Tribute to the Troops. Tribute to the Troops. Every December, WWE would go over there, have shows over there, and set up and everything like that. And of course, even from the superstars, you will hear about, them, experiencing, gunfire, or just have to, be in the lockdown in certain mode. But, although that was under the regime of, Vince McMahon, I'm not going to say too much have changed, but, when WWE, man, doing business like that, I'm not really surprised that they really didn't cancel Night of Champions or relocate to somewhere else, man. Yeah, it's a last minute decision, but however, I'm really not surprised though. I'm really not. WWE Night of Champions, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, 2026. Okay. Is that a prediction or a spoiler? You know, I gotta clear my throat. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, my guy? What's going on? What's going on? Yo, I'm trying to understand what some of you guys saying in the comments though. Rhea Ripley. Okay, okay, okay. Ion, I guess Ion just saying a bunch of stuff right now. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Definitely tuning in to the live chat. But yo, like I was saying, man, yes, the decision the WWE has made to go over there, is it really is the risk really, benefiting the reward, and I think everybody always called these shows blood money, when WWE would travel over to Saudi Arabia and have these events, and they get special attraction, whether it's Undertaker, John Cena, or Bill Goldberg, or whatever it is. We've seen over the lately, and even hearing rumors, possibly having a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Me personally, I don't really know how much Saudi Arabia or the government or what, I don't know how much they're paying WWE to have these shows over there, and I'm pretty sure it's a buttload of money, to have Crown Jewel over there, have Night of Champions, and two shows, like really, like I feel for real, they done took away these two big shows for real, back in the days. If you guys remember, like Insurrection, or what was the other one? It was what was it, Resurrection, and it was another one, but they normally happen in the UK or whatever like that, and they were real big shows, man. But now it seems as though I guess they wanted to go over to Saudi Arabia or whatever like that. But yeah, I mean, my guy Shadow, the risk isn't even worth it, man. I know they get paid way more, but yeah, the risk isn't worth reward, not worth it. Yeah, man, I agree. I definitely agree. Agree, man. I don't feel like it's really worth it. They also got Monday Night Raw. Okay, let's say, because I mentioned how some of the crew was stuck at the airport, stranded at one point. Now I haven't really seen into too many further updates, and I think that's what I'm speak on from the time being right now. But let's say travel delays or anything can possibly happen, coming back, that also puts Monday Night Raw, that's in Pittsburgh. They got an early start time as well, 6 p.m. On Netflix, due to it's a double TV taping. Well, a double shows. You get Raw live 6 p.m. and to what, like 8:30 ish, and then right after that they go ahead and tape SmackDown for that week's Friday, because I believe 4th of July is next Friday. So everybody gonna be throwing something on the grill, hopefully getting some hot dogs on and some chips or whatever like that. But since 4th of July coming up, what y'all planning on putting on the grill, man? If y'all gonna be throwing down or whatever like that, though. But yeah, man, the risk is not worth the reward. I agree with my guy Shadow. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Man, what you talking about again, though? WWE, Tan Wrestling, Rhea Ripley. Nah, I don't know, man. Like, look, I mean, we're gonna get into the predictions in just a bit, but I'm sure Rhea Ripley is taking on Raquel Rodriguez on Saturday, which I may or may not do a live stream for that one. I definitely will be doing a live stream tomorrow. I know SmackDown is on. Actually SmackDown is in Saudi Arabia, and since they're live there, it's going to be on 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or you can catch the delay like most people on the USA Network. But man, that beats out beating up all them commercials, man, and actually enjoying my Friday night, you feel me? But yeah, we gonna definitely get into some of the reactions, though. Okay, Ion said, man, the tribal chief. Uh, yeah. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But look at, I appreciate you in the comments. I guess I don't know. Is this a bot, man? We need to get this bot out of here, man. For real, we definitely need to get this bot out of here. All right, but like I was saying, you guys, man. Yeah, Night of Champions. That's definitely going down this coming Saturday. And like I said, I keep you guys all updated. If definitely I'm gonna do a live stream for that one. But of course, Friday night SmackDown though. All right, we gonna get into the predictions, man. We got 6 matches on the card. 6 matches, man. I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised. Triple H, man. For real. We normally get 5, 5.5 maybe. But we got 6 matches on the card for Night of Champions. Before I get into that, man, I know usually you guys see me with my guy Warren Marlowe, man. Commission Talks. We went on break. Commission Talks is where both podcasts come together. Myself, Warren Marlowe, and we do our thing, man. Talk wrestling, have fun, talk our shit, and all that great stuff, man. So shout out to Warren, shout out to my guy Brian B, man, who's doing his thing too. So yeah, man, we just here to talk wrestling, man, and have fun, man. If you like wrestling, definitely support the guys, man, and support the content. All right, let's get into it. Like I said, we got Night of Champions, man, and there's some matches that's going down. All right, man, one matchup that I'm looking forward to. I know a lot of you may be looking forward to, of course. It is Yada I mean, the United States champion Jacob Fatu taking on Solo Sikoa, man. And I'm surprised this match didn't take place at WrestleMania. I know a lot of people, including my guy, which I just mentioned, Brian B mentioned, a lot of stories, at this past year's WrestleMania, instead of it was a combination to like an end story, a lot of stuff just kept going on. Like it was really building to Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa, at WrestleMania, and thought they were gonna do it maybe like at Money in the Bank or Backlash, but that didn't happen. But at Money in the Bank, of course, we seen Jacob Fatu turn on Solo Sikoa, man. And as Solo Sikoa, as we all seen Solo Sikoa, he's grown on a lot of us, man. He's getting funny and everything though. But going up to the top rope, reaching for the briefcase, wasn't able to succeed. And Jacob Fatu, man, grabbed him by the leg and just, tore him to pieces, put him through the ladder and everything, man. Because, I believe it was that Friday, that night before on Friday Night SmackDown, you seen Jacob Fatu talking to JC Mattel, which, well, we can't call my man Jeff Cobbs, though. But hey, nonetheless, though, you see him talking to him, and then, it was kind of like a scene on Monday Night Raw, if you guys remember, where Triple H was talking to Ric Flair, and Triple H was World Heavyweight Champion. He's talking smack to Ric Flair about Batista, how, oh yeah, he won the Royal Rumble. He think he's gonna stay on Monday Night Raw. He think he going da 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 da. And then out of nowhere, Batista, the camera panned back, and it was Batista right there. He was listening the whole time, kind of like what they did with Jacob and Solo. So Jacob turning on Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa, man, I mean, even though he's grown on me and I'm loving everything he's done, I feel like Solo, man, has adopted a lot of ways of Roman Reigns, though, because Solo Sikoa, when he got beat by Roman Reigns at that Netflix on Raw, the first one, Solo left for a while. But prior to that, when Roman Reigns lost against Cody last year, Roman left for a while. We didn't see him till SummerSlam. Obviously Solo kicked everybody out, kicked Jimmy out, kicked Paul out, brought into all new guys, and took over. It was and basically when Solo left after getting beat by Roman Reigns for the Ula Fala, Solo pulled a Roman Reigns in the way, and Jacob Fatu left Jacob Fatu hanging. But then Solo came back and thought everything was real smooth. And I remember the night he came back. It was in Washington, D.C. I was there. And Jacob was like, hold on, Cody, hold up, wait a minute, I gotta get some shit straight, So, man, all of this is boiling up, man, to a big matchup that we're gonna get, which a lot of us, thought we was gonna, get for a while. But we getting it this coming Saturday. Yeah, it is. You know what? I should change the other one. Yeah, it's a bot. Okay. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. Yeah, it's a bot. Cena retaining against Punk. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm gonna get into that comment in just a minute, Shadow. Yo, Devin, what's going on, my guy? What's going on? Appreciate you. Appreciate you tapping in, man. As always, my guy. But yeah, man. Solo Sokoa versus Jacob Fatu. Now, this can go a couple of ways. You know, Jacob Fatu obviously can go up against Solo Sokoa, which he is, and, you know, defeat Solo. But I don't think he's necessarily going to defeat Solo after what he did at Money in the Bank, putting them, you know, when I mean him, I mean Solo Sokoa, through the ladder and everything like that. And I think it was last week on SmackDown. I think they were trying to, you had Solo and you had JC Mattel, and they were attacking Jacob Fatu, and out comes Jimmy. Out comes Jimmy, man. You know, like, you know, I guess Jimmy, you know, like he's in the bloodline story. Like, you know, Jay, you know, did his own thing. You know, we all got feelings on you know, his singles run or whatever. But Jimmy seemed like he just was still attached to, you know, whether, you know, it was this solo thing or whatever. But hey, however, Jimmy came out to save Jacob Fatu last Friday on SmackDown. But yeah, man, I personally think how this is definitely going to go. Solo Sikoa is going to win the United States Championship by any means necessary. Yeah, you got Jimmy. Jimmy came out there last week on Friday Night SmackDown, but I believe Jimmy Uso is definitely going to come out. Either he could join Solo, which I don't think he will, but obviously we hearing about this new bloodline member, Hakua. I can't, you know, I can't remember, you know, how to say his name all like that. But yeah, you know, he had a matchup on Main Event a couple of weeks ago before Monday Night Raw, before Raw or SmackDown. But yeah, man, like, so he's definitely, you know, rumored to debut, and you know they all gang up and beat up Jacob Fatu, and you know, costing Jacob the United States Championship. So in my predictions, I'm gonna go with Solo Sikoa, even though I don't want to go with Solo, man. I don't. I really don't. I really don't want to go with Solo though. But something is telling me that Solo got something up his sleeve, and he's gonna cause Jacob Fatu, which is really gonna put even fire up Jacob Fatu's ass, man, with the crowd and everybody. Like, oh shit, yo, Solo, man, he a Bama. He got more. He bringing, you know, more people, and he gonna cause Jacob Fatu the title, and the crowd gonna be more behind Jacob Fatu, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with Solo Sikoa, man, on this one. Okay, man. In our next matchup at Night of Champions, Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. I guess because this match is taking place because Rhea caused Raquel a match, and Raquel caused Rhea a match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. So hell, we just, you know, we need another women's matchup on the show, right? It's literally called Night of Champions, right? So okay, we got the WWE title on the line, we got the United States title on the line. Where's the women's championship? We ain't seen Io. Yo, check this out, man. Let me take the graphic down. We haven't seen Io defend her championship since she won it at WrestleMania. Yo, like, what is that about? Like, I don't know if she injured, is she trying to heal something or what? But it's just like, yo, like, they couldn't have a great matchup with, like, Io defending the title against, you know, maybe Roxanne or something, you know, at Night of Champions. You know, I think would have been dope. But, you know, I guess we need Rhea Ripley, you know, on the card, though. You know, the biggest women's star in WWE right now. But, yeah. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. In my opinion, I feel like it's a street fight, so anything goes. Basically, no holds barred. You know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And I feel like Raquel Rodriguez is definitely going to pull the W in this matchup because of Roxanne. we seen on Monday night when Rhea Ripley was, having when Raquel was out there, doing her thing, and Rhea Ripley came out there and they started doing their thing, and Liv Morgan, it's really unfortunate, what happened to Liv Morgan. I mean, look, it looked like something normal that she always does, right? And that she's going to be out for the rest of the year, more than likely. She make a comeback at the Royal Rumble, but I'm assuming she was supposed to have a program with Nikki Bella at Evolution, so that kind of like pulled the plug on that one though. However, and also too, when we did see Roxanne pull up in the Judgment Day via Finn Balor, trying to get at Dirty Dom, and then Liv Morgan comes back from the filming the movie or whatever. So I just was like, yo, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. I mean, Liv Morgan and Roxanne. That's a definitely story. I can see them going at it. I can definitely see them going at it. But things went south. Of course, Liv got injured, and Raquel is going to be taking on Rhea Ripley. So I can see Roxanne definitely coming down to assist Raquel in this matchup, and Rhea Ripley definitely losing this matchup, and Raquel winning. Whether they have Roxanne join Raquel as the women's tag team champions, or they just have them relinquish it, which I think they will, which will be a cool thing. But nonetheless, man, I'm gonna go with Raquel. I kind of like that. That's my second pick that I was probably what I normally went with. I want Jacob to win, but I feel like Solo got something up his sleeve. He gonna take the United States Championship, and Jacob would be fine. He won it at WrestleMania. It's just the mid card championship that validate Jacob, that we already knew what he is and was, and that's gonna be. So but also Raquel Rodriguez taking on Rhea Ripley in the street fight. I'm gonna definitely go with Raquel winning with the assist of Roxanne Perez in this matchup right here, man, for real. And we got, what other matchup we got on the card? Okay, yo, man, this matchup I'm definitely looking forward to, and I mentioned earlier that it was supposed to have been AJ Styles taking on Dirty Dominic for the Intercontinental Championship. However, word is that AJ pulled out. He didn't want to go. He's like, nah, man, I don't think it's a good idea, etc., etc. So WWE decided to pull, Karrion Kross, and pull him up from catering, but they decided to give Karrion Kross, my guy, his first premium live event in a while, I guess forever. I don't know, but bro, I'm thrilled about that, man, for real. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Yeah, I'm definitely thrilled about him getting this big matchup opportunity against Sami Zayn. I think the other wrestlers trying to avoid Saudi Arabia. Yeah, man, I think a lot of them. I don't even know why they just didn't do like relocate or go somewhere where they could, really, do something, I mean, Full Sail. I don't know. I mean, I said Full Sail, the Performance Center, but I guess they didn't want to do that. But I feel like if they would have did at the Performance Center, that would have been one of the dopest, because you got to realize, bro, most of them people they would have fit in that Performance Center come every week on the NXT. And if you guys don't watch NXT, man, y'all be tripping, bro. They go smack, bro. They go hard, bro. Like them NXT fans, and it's the same people that come every single week. So they are accustomed. They it's like they know these guys. They know these superstars. You feel me? Like, so that's a blessing and a curse at the same time, though, for certain superstars, because when you get out on the main roster, you're used to getting that same reaction in Orlando, Florida, that you don't get in Denver, Colorado, that you don't get in Anaheim, California, that you don't get in Baltimore, Maryland. So it's a little bit different. But however, man, yeah, they trying to avoid it, and look like WWE gave the green light, though. But however, though, I'm gonna go with, like I mentioned, Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, I said that, Raquel Rodriguez. Okay, back to the matchup. I was just talking about. Yeah, man, they giving my guy Kieran Cross, man, this big, huge opportunity. I said during the watch along, man, we seen Kieran Cross in backstage segments, either with the New Day, where it was Kofi and Xavier, backstage segments with AJ Styles. We seen the post WrestleMania promo that went viral, but they never really gave the guy an opportunity. So now lately he just been doing his thing with Sami Zayn and these cryptic backstage, promos, and he's getting this matchup, and I thought Sami Zayn today actually would have been in sort of the finals in the King of the Ring tournament, man. I personally thought that, man, Sami Zayn winning, possibly taking on Jey Uso at SummerSlam, man, that would have been crazy. But hey, WWE chose to go a different route. I'm not mad at him. Though. For real, things work out in the best of ways, though. But Kieran Cross taking on Sami Zayn, and on they are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Sami Zayn more than likely is probably going to win this one. I'm a go with Sami Zayn on this one. I think this is the first like this is like a yeah, like I feel like this is definitely 100% happening. But Karrion Kross, just the opportunity, man, to get out there and tell his story and show people and have that spotlight on him, which is going to be definitely fantastic, though. Which Sami Zayn could win, and then we can have a post-match attack by Karrion Kross to really get his statement across. You see what I did there, right? Across, get a statement across, once again, and continue the story, maybe on Monday night on Raw or whatever like that. So I am going to have to say Sami Zayn, man, but definitely looking forward to, and it's just my predictions, whether it may or may not happen, like a post match attack from Karrion Kross. Definitely, really, you might won the match, but I won the war or whatever like that, but yeah, so that's the matchup. That's the one I am going with. Okay, all right. What else we got? All right, we got, of course, the King of the Ring tournament that's going down, and we seen on Monday night on Raw, Jade Cargill defeated my girl Roxanne Perez, man, which was a crime, though. Really, like it was a crime. And man, if Jade win this King of the Ring tournament, yeah, I get it that it would actually tie in maybe into the stories with Bianca and Naomi and all that, like, which is crazy though. Like, okay, Jade Cargill, let's say she wins, she got the Queen of the Ring, so that means she gets a women's championship matchup at SummerSlam. Naomi got the Money in the Bank. She can cash in at any time. And then Bianca, she just waiting for the finger to heal, I guess, to come back to win a title. Somebody's, right? So, I mean, like, yeah, that's cool, too. Which, hey, that's some long-term storytelling, WWE is famous for. I wouldn't be surprised, though, at all. But then, on the other half, you have Asuka, who came back and went on in the tournament, and now she's going to be in the finals, and Asuka could win. She can go on a SummerSlam and take on Io Sky, two former Damage Control members, having it up at SummerSlam for the World Women's Championship. I dig it. I don't really see too much past it, besides probably Asuka being a really cool heel. But, yeah, I mean, like, either one, I would be okay, but my pick, I am definitely going with Asuka. I wouldn't be surprised if WWE pulled the trigger and had Jade Cargill, the Queen of the Ring. I wouldn't be surprised, This can all ties into a story, Bianca has done everything in WWE. Have she won Money in the Bank? I don't think she won Money in the Bank. Main event at WrestleMania, Women's Champion, Tag Team Champions, won the Royal Rumble. I don't think, and of course, Jay could rep it in, like, I'm Queen of the Ring. That's something, Bianca haven't done or whatever like that. So, yeah. But my pick, I'm definitely going with Asuka to win the Queen of the Ring tournament to take on Io at SummerSlam. I'm about to say WrestleMania. at SummerSlam, man. So definitely want to hear you guys pick, man, who you guys got. I know a lot of you saying Jade Cargill, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, if it's Jade Cargill, man, and she wins at so if it's Jade, so Jade wins, that means she will be taking on Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam because Tiffany Stratton is the women's champion, which wouldn't be far off from what they kind of doing right now on SmackDown. They kind of been having Jade Cargill, you know interact with Tiffany Stratton, and then definitely Naomi, could come out and cash in. On the woman that she, threw off the ledge and onto a car or whatever like that. So, man, hey, I'm fine with both women though. But my pick is Oscar though, and I'm sticking with it. All right, you guys, man. Another matchup, man. We got for the King of the Ring tournament finals. Cody Rhodes, man. Oh, Cody Rhodes. Yes, Cody Rhodes. Taking on the Legend Killer, the Viper. You all know him as Randy Orton, man. Boy, oh boy. Like, if you would have told me once Cody Rhodes won the WWE Championship last year from Roman Reigns, man, on that, long reign that he had, really cool reign. We all thought that throughout that reign he was going to definitely take on Randy Orton, right? For the WWE Championship, or so. But to see that Cody Rhodes went on to the finals, and I love the matchup that they had with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. I thought that was really fantastic. It was like that matchup itself was storytelling. Like Cody Rhodes was the one who brought Jey Uso to Monday Night Raw. They was tag team champions. We all remember Cody and Jay getting drunk at the press conference. So it's a lot of story with these guys, and we all seen and how they showed us on TV that these guys are real cool and everything like that. So that was a real cool matchup, man. To see on Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes winning, and Randy Orton advancing, beating Sami Zayn. I mean, like, man, like, come on. We got these guys in the King of the Ring tournament finals. Randy Orton taking on Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton trying to get back at John Cena and win that, what, 15th World Championship? And of course, Cody Rhodes trying to get his rematch and get back his WWE Championship. But man, this is definitely like a dream match, man. I mean, if you grew up watching WWE in the mid to late 2000s, man, especially in the early 2010s, where it was, a group called Legacy, where Randy Orton had his own faction, Randy Orton grew up in a faction called Evolution, and Randy Orton went off and, grew up a little bit. It took some time, but, he had a group called Legacy with Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, man, the son of Dusty Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase, the son of Ted DiBiase, senior, junior, senior, I think. But yeah, man, Ted DiBiase's career didn't go that well. We just gonna leave it at that. But Cody Rhodes, man, would have went on to, do some things, and he eventually got himself into, Legacy, and we some of us may know how that all winded up, and they had a real cool triple threat matchup at WrestleMania 26, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Ted DiBiase, all three members of Legacy. Randy Orton winning, which was, I think Cody Rhodes should have won at that time, though. Looking back at it, though, Cody Rhodes, I think, would have been great to win that, though. But yeah, man, fast forward all these times, all these years later, and knowing that Randy Orton and, Cody Rhodes haven't really done anything or much since then. This is going to be a really great match. A lot of storytelling is going to be in it. I feel like, so. If in my mind, I'm assuming WWE is going to pull the trigger and have Cody Rhodes win this. So Cody Rhodes would take on John Cena in the rematch from WrestleMania, and Cody Rhodes try to get back his WWE Championship. So I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes, man. I'm gonna go with Cody, winning the King of the Ring tournament. Definitely want to hear you guys pick. I know, um, man. I know, man. I can't wait for Heel Cody. I think Heel Cody be dope, man. Heel Cody Bros. All right, man. We got a huge matchup, man, for the OG wrestling fans, bro. And I just mentioned the early 2010s, man. Like, bro, like, man, it was 2011 with these two guys, specifically CM Punk, man, just went on a crazy, roll after, the famous pipe bomb. Putting John Cena through a table, laying him out on Monday Night Raw, pulling the pipe bomb, heard around the world, man. Right before he had that Money in the Bank match, that pay per view right before was in DC, Capital Punishment, and CM Punk was taking on Rey Mysterio. And it was just a whole 360 from a month ago, like where he was, and then where he, wound up being, after that was just a really, it was really dope. But yeah, man, seeing John Cena and CM Punk, at that time, witnessing someone rival up against John Cena, because John Cena was the ruler, man. He had everybody in a chokehold. No one really couldn't get that spot, really. Yeah, you had Randy Orton, but John Cena was the man. And to see CM Punk, get up there and, go up against CM Punk, win the title at Money in the Bank, man, was definitely amazing. So, fast forward all these years later, I mean, CM Punk and John Cena would have, a couple of matches after that. But, all these years later, having CM Punk back in the WWE, John Cena's on his retirement tour, which, man, after this past week on Friday Night SmackDown, it's going somewhere else. Oh my goodness. Just a second, you guys, man. Hold on just a second. All right. I thought I had an order. I don't even think that's them. But yeah, what was at, man? Yeah, man, seeing them go at it, and having CM Punk come back after all these years later, and John Cena on his retirement tour, like I was just saying, the promo and pipe bomb of his own on Friday Night SmackDown, being in the middle of the ring, putting CM Punk through a table, man. When I saw that, when he pulled him out, yo, and WWE, man, y'all wow for this, advertisement on the tables though. It was a Slim Jim table. CM Punk was like, man, that's why I heard it even more. All right, snap it to a Slim Jim. But yeah, man, when he put him through the table, man, and went up to the top turnbuckle, man, and he grabbed the mic, and then I was like, yo, is John Cena literally about to do his own version of his like his own version of a pipe bomb? And sort of, man, he went at it. John Cena went at it, man, and just naming the things that he don't like about, you know, um, that he don't like about. Okay, this must be them, man. Just a second, guys, man. Hello. Yeah, you guys, man. My apologies, man. My apologies. Someone is coming to meet you in the hallway if you're already at the on the second floor. Okay, come down the hallway. Uh, It's 4338. All right, man. Sorry about that, you guys, man. Hey, is a yeah. 4338. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys, man. It's live. Yeah. John Cena, man, pulling a promo, man, just like CM Punk did all these years later. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All these years later, man, it was definitely crazy, man. Saying, hey Matt Cardona, hey Nick Menoff, who else he say? Nick Menoff, Matt Cardona, Claudio Castagnoli. And I was like, yo, man, John Cena is going wild right now. Like, I couldn't believe it though. Just to heat up this intense, story between John Cena and CM Punk, even more going into Night of Champions, man. I definitely dig it all the way, you guys, man. Dang. Yeah, I apologize about that. I had this up on the screen for a little bit. But yeah, man, trying to order something, man. Something always going wrong. I tell you, man, I can't never really do a live stream for real, without something going wrong. But I'm really about to wrap it up, you guys, man. I'm not gonna hold it too long for real, for real. I gotta get on up out of here. But you guys, man, those are my predictions. But my prediction really for John Cena and CM Punk. Obviously, John Cena retaining the championship. He's going to probably hit a low blow on CM Punk and definitely hit him with the championship. And some shenanigans are definitely going to happen, following that though. But you guys, man, before I do go, man, I'm gonna hang around for a few minutes though. Try to make sure the order coming around. If you guys want to chime in, hit the comments, man. We live read some of your comments. We could definitely do that, man. Real fast. For real. Just a second. All right. All right, you guys, man. Yeah, that be happening when it's live and everything like that. So, man, I mean, like, damn, you gonna watch on? Y'all look, man. He barely can get anything done though. He's supposed to go over his cousin's house for his birthday party the weekend. Hopefully we get some time though. But you guys, man, yo, appreciate everyone definitely vibing with me and tuning in for another episode of the 1130 podcast Talk Pro Wrestling, man. Before we go, yo, we at the 1,700 subscribers here on YouTube, man. If you haven't already, please tell a friend about the 1130 podcast Talk Pro Wrestling. Say, man, yo, he know his shit about wrestling. Yo, man, check him out, tune him in, all that. Follow him on social media. Yo, for real, definitely follow the 1130 podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, definitely on Instagram and on TikTok, you guys, man. So make sure you definitely time in and follow the podcast and subscribe, man. Like I mentioned, we have 1,700 subscribers. We're 300 away from 2K, man. So definitely let the 1130 podcast vision come to light, man, you guys. And make sure you follow, share, and subscribe. Once again, if you haven't done so already, man, make sure you do that. Yo, once again, shout out to my guys Brian B, Warren Marlowe, all the wrestling contents out there. My guy Devin, man, from the Bloodline Entertainment Network, ENT. Appreciate you guys, my guy Shadow, for definitely coming through in the live chat, man. Always doing the big thing, man, and supporting your guy, rocking with you. So this been dope, man. I will be back tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Now, if you guys want to, hit me up. If you guys know how where you could access it and you could watch it, we watching SmackDown tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, live. I'm going to go and enjoy my Friday night, and whether I might do the watch along, but I might do it post reaction, Joe. I'm going to let you guys know, man, for real. So I appreciate everyone definitely rocking with me and tapping in, man. Yo, until next time, be safe, be smooth, give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? Yo, tell a friend about the 11:30 podcast. Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Yo, man, until next time, man, I'm out, man. Let's get with it.